They are making a difference. On 938 Live.
With a recent hike in the number of loan shark harassment cases, a dedicated member of UT Zone 12 RC decided to make an effort to curb any further problems. Mr. Tan Hock Seng conducted the first Citizens on Patrol or COP sharing session at UT Zone 12 RC Centre. I found out from him what knowledge he imparted to his fellow COPs.
Okay, basically, actually, UT Zone 12 RC has always been very active in our Citizens of Patrol for the past 10 over years. In fact, actually, we conducted police house visit practically every month. During our house visit, actually, along harassment is always one of the key factors.
Right.
Okay. In fact, there was actually a resident who committed suicide at his doorstep. He was actually harassed by the along. Okay. So at the point of time, our RC decided to actually bring it to the next level. So actually, we work actually closely with the police to conduct a COP sharing session. All right. What happened is that actually we gathered about quite a fair bit of neighbors, which is about 100 of them for the session. They are all mainly non-working residents.
Right.
Okay. So they are quite vital to our community because they are the eye on the ground. Okay. So during the session itself, actually we taught them how to go about in terms of actually doing observation, assessment, and also react towards crime scene. You see? Okay. So we also learned from the police on the concept of this basic concept of how to report to a police on a crime situation. So we use a concept we call it the salute, SALUTE.
Right.
So by using that, actually the first one is the SS, actually to observe the size of a suspect.
Right.
And A is for the activity, that means to observe the activity of what's happening. L is for location, to observe the location of the happening.
Right.
U is the uniform, to observe the uniform wear by the suspect. T is for time, which is to know the times of the happening. And lastly, E will be for equipment, to observe the equipment that carried by the suspect. All right. It was quite a actually helpful session. We also have actually invited the residents to share his success story.
Okay.
He was actually involved in the Along runner being caught by the police.
Okay, so he actually helped out with a case before, after coming for one of these sessions?
Correct, yes.
Right.
Yes, correct, yeah. So at the end of the session, what we did also, we also conducted a role play, all right, and also a quiz session, so that to make sure that actually the residents or the residents actually they can capture what actually they have been taught. Yeah. So the participation by the residents were very encouraging actually.
So how did you actually manage to get these 100 people interested and invested in their community to actually want to step forward, come for the session, actually take on that kind of responsibility to protect their neighbor should they see anything happening?
Okay, UT Zone 12 RC has always been very active in the community work, and we have actually created a network among the residents. Okay, many of the residents actually, in fact, supported us in our community events and also in the COP. So this is the network that actually we created, or should I say is our achievement for that matter.
The COP extends beyond the sessions. Of course, you mentioned earlier on that you also do house visits. What actually happens during these house visits?
Oh, yeah. In fact, actually, we conducted house visits practically almost every month. And what we do is actually we talk to the residents, we gather from them their feedback basically with regards to environmental and also security. So in this house visit, for environmental, we usually refer to town council or even HDB to follow up. All right. But for any security matters, we definitely refer to the police. And usually in this house visit, they will come along. All right. They will take on the security matters.
How many citizens on patrol does UT have now?
Currently for UT Zone 12, itself, we have currently about 100 over.
Right. And do you feel like the neighborhood is safer because of it?
Yes, of course. We committed at least our presence within the community, within our vicinity. So with that also, we actually managed to build a cohesive and caring community within our UT Zone 12 RC.
Mr. Tan Hock Seng, a member of UT Zone 12 RC, talking about his experience as a citizen on patrol, as well as his sharing sessions as a COP. This has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.